Hello to all of you. So in previous lecture, we discussed about types of channel and canal alignment. Clear? So there are three types of channel that called alluvial channel, non-alluvial channel, and rigid channel. So as per three channels, there are some design according to their classification. Clear? So first of all, in this lecture, we discuss about non-alluvial channel design. Clear? So here there are some steps which we follow to complete the design. Clear? So there are mainly 3 or 4 steps in this design. So how can you find? Clear? How can you find that particular uh, discharge done then after particular width and depth of that non-alluvial channel? So first of all, how can you recognize that particular example is non-alluvial channel? So in example, they describe like design of non-alluvial channel and define some data like a discharge, a velocity, width, and depth. Clear? So there are some basic criteria for that designing. So design on the basis of maximum permissible velocity in channel without causing any score on the bed and sides. Clear? So in this channel, we need to calculate that particular velocity which is maximum permissible velocity. Clear? Due to that velocity, there are no scouring occur on bed side as well as side. So that for ordinary soil, so the velocity for non-alluvial channel is 0.6 to 0.9 meter per second. For clay, low 0.4 to 1, ordinary clay 0.5 to 1.2, heavy clay 0.6 to 1.6, light loose sand 0.3 to 0.6. Clear? All are in meter per second. Please remember that. So there are velocity according to that type of soil. And then what is the side slope? Clear? So there are two slopes are given in that particular example. First one bad slope and second one side slope. So you know that there are maximum, you show that particular channel which is trapezoidal channel. Clear? Which is the most economical design. So in this, the two side, clear? So that two sides which is called side slope, and the slope of that particular canal that called a bed slope. Remember that point. Side slope means the channel slope which is on both side, right hand side as well as left hand side, and the bed slope is given the longitudinal directions of that particular channel. Clear? So what are the side slope for clay? When the channel is cutting, means the ground is the channel is made by the excavation, so that called cutting. So 1 jam 1 that called slope or side slope, and filling 1.5 jam 1, and for grit 0.5 jam 1, soft rock 0.25 jam 1, hard rock. So this is almost vertical, means 0.125 jam 1. Clear? So in your FMH subject, means fluid mechanics hydraulics, you studied a particular formula to find out velocity. So there are two formulas that call Chase's formula and Manning's formula. So what are the formula for Chase's? That call V equals to C under root RS. For Manning, V equals to 1 upon R raised to 2 by 3 S raised to 1 by 2. So in Chase's, C equals to Chase's constant, R equals to hydraulic mean depth, means A divided by P. A means area of that particular channel, P means wetted perimeter. Clear? So there are the basic criteria. And what are the Manning formula? N means Manning constant, R is equals to that same hydraulic mean depth. Done? So this is the design process. So in most of the exam, they directly ask designs, otherwise write down steps or write down a procedure of design procedure of non-alluvial channel. Clear? So in the exam, you must write this type of step. Clear? So first of all, what are the data given? Like discharge is given, velocity is given, side slope is given, and constant are given, which is on the basis of Manning or Chase's constant. Clear? So we have discharge and velocity. So what is the step one? Determine cross section area. So how can you find that particular cross section area? So first of all, we have two particular things that called discharge and velocity. So you know that the continuity equation means U equals to AV. So we have the two things, discharge and velocity, then subject area equals to Q upon here. So you can find out that particular cross section area. And so what is the step to determine hydraulic mean depth or define hydraulic mean depth? So what is the formula which is on the basis which type of constant is given? If Manning constant is given, so you can choose Manning's formula. But then Chase's constant is given, so you can choose a formula on the basis of Chase's. Clear? So like in this procedure, Manning constant is given, so we can choose a particular formula of Manning. So what is the formula of Manning? V equals to 1 upon n r raised to 2 by 3 s raised to 1 by 2. So we have a velocity, we have a that particular bed slope, and we have a Manning constant. So subject hydraulic mean depth, so you get that particular hydraulic mean depth. Clear? Then after we find out that particular step 3, wetted perimeter. So we know that what is the formula of hydraulic mean depth? Cross section divided by cross section area divided by wetted perimeter. So we have R, we have area, so we can easily find out P, wetted perimeter. Clear? Then after determine depth and bed width. So what is the formula of trapezoidal? In this chapter or in this module, we always consider that particular trapezoidal section. Clear? Depth is equals to D, bed width equals to B. So what is the formula? A equals to B, D plus ND square. Otherwise, you can subject or you can common a D, then D into bracket D plus ND. Clear? So the formula will be A equals to BD plus ND square. So this is your formula for trapezoidal section area, cross section area. Clear? B means width, D means depth, N means that particular side slope. Please remember that N means side slope. There are no constant. Then what is the formula of perimeter? Perimeter formula B plus 2D under root 1 plus N square. Clear? So that the two formula we already studied in hydraulic or fluid mechanics hydraulics. Clear? So there are the two formula which already proven in fluid mechanics. So this is a design procedure of that particular non-alluvial channel. So what is the channel for most economical section? Means a channel gives maximum discharge that for given cross section area and bed slope, that call a most economical section. Clear? You get two things, maximum distance, sorry, one thing at that cross section or that cross section area, you get the maximum discharge of that particular channel, so that called most economical section. Clear? So how can you do that? That have a formula which is proven. And after we see the two things, which is least amount of excavation and minimum wetted perimeter. There are two things which is required to get most economical section. First one, least amount of excavations and minimum wetted perimeter. There are the conditions for most economical trapezoidal section. B plus 2ND equals to 2D under root N square plus 1. And hydraulic mean depth is equals to R equals to A by P equals to D by 2. Clear? So this is the formula which is already proven in fluid mechanics hydraulics. Clear? Please remember or see that particular video of most economical trapezoidal section. So there are two conditions for that for trapezoidal. Clear? So there are other types of canal like a circular, like a square, but in these irrigations we only consider that particular trapezoidal section. Then B plus 2 and D equals to 2D under root N square plus 1. This is the first condition. And the second one is R equals to A by P, which is mean directly D by 2. Here, if any hurdles in that particular derivation, so you can see that particular video on fluid mechanics hydraulics in our channel. Done. The first example, earthen channel with base equals to 3 meter wide. 3 meter wide means width is given and side slope is equals to 1 jam 1. Here side slope means n, small n is given, and depth of 1 meter bed slope, depth which is given equals to D equals to 1 meter, and bed slope is given that called as 1 jam 1600. So find out discharge and take value of n equals to 0.4. Clear? So first of all, n is given, means capital N means Manning constant is given. So we can choose that particular Manning's formula. Done. So we move to that solution. D equals to 3 meter, as I said. D equals to 1 meter, side slope 1 upon 1600, and gem 1. So when the side slope is given, so you have to compare with 1 gem 1 equals to n gem 1. So here we compare n gem 1 equals to 1 gem 1, so n equals to 1. But in some example, the value is given like that 1 gem 2. So how can you find that particular n? So first of all, you can compare 1 gem 2 equals to n gem 1. So there are no comparison because 1 gem 2 equals to n gem 1. So there are 2 and 1. So you can divide on 1 gem 2 divided by 2. So 1 by 2 gem 1. Then again you compare n gem 1. So n equals to 1 half. Clear? Remember that point, n equals to 1 half in some example. So what are the formula of area? BD plus ND square. So we have width, we have depth. So put on these equations. So we get area equals to 4 meter square. Same as for perimeter. Please remember that formula: area, perimeter, Chase's formula, Manning's formula, and R. And P equals to B plus 2D under root n square plus 1. So we have the value all of these things. So put in this equation. So we get 5.828 meter. So what is the formula of hydraulic wind depth? Equals to A by P. So putting this equation, so we get R equals to 0.686, and the constant is given for Manning. So what is the formula of Manning? B equals to 1 upon n, R raised to 2 by 3, S raised to 1 by 2. So putting this, all these equations are clear as, and Manning constant, which is 0.4. So we get velocity. Done. So what is the formula of discharge? Q equals to area into velocity. So we have area, we have a velocity. Then put in this equation. So we get Q equals to 1.94 meter cube per second. Clear? Otherwise, we can say that Q max. Done. So this is your first example of design of non-alluvial channel. Then second example like that. In trapezoidal channel has a slope, means side slope is given 1 gem 2, and the bed slope is 1 in 1500. The area of cross section is 40. Find the dimension and discharge of most economic section. So here is area is given, clear, bed slope is given, done, and side slope is given. But trapezoidal channel, and they say that most economical section. So first of all, write down the data particularly, then compare n gem 1, which already said n gem 1 compare with 1 gem 2. So here are not balanced. So you can divide 1 gem 2 divided by 2. So 1 half in gem 1. So n equals to 1 half. Otherwise, we can say that 0.5. So here in the example, they're already given that most economical section. So we have discussed two condition for most economical section: B plus 2 and D, 2D under root n square plus 1. And second condition, R equals to A by P, which is always D by 2. So we have area, we have bed slope 1 and 1 upon 1500. Clear? So there are two methods. First condition, B plus 2 and D, 2D under root n square plus 1. You put out the you put in that particular value of n. So you get the relation which is B plus 2 and D under root equals to 2D under root n square plus 1. We have n equals to 0.5. So we get relation B equals to 1.236D. And for trapezoidal section, we know that formula of area BD plus ND square. Clear? So area which is given 40 and width is given, we have the relation between D and D. So put in these equations, 1.236 D into D 1 plus 0.5 D square. You get value of D, which is 4.80. Again put in these equations, D equals to 1.236 D, then we get D equals to 5.93 meter. Clear? Otherwise, the direct method is like that. We know that most economical section. So R equals to D by 2. Okay, but this is a lengthy process. So you can choose this method to solve out that particular example. Then whenever the given in non-alluvial channel, they find out dimensions and what are the formula of discharge. So discharge Q equals to AB. So first of all, you find out velocity. So how can you find out velocity? So here is Chase's constant is given. So you can choose the formula of Chase's C B equals to C under root RS. But first of all, you find out R. Then how can you find R? So we have value of D. Then divide by 2. 4.80 means 2.4. Otherwise, you can choose this method. Find out P, B plus 2D under root 1 plus n square. Then find out R. Clear? Otherwise, you can directly divide R equals to D by 2. We get 2.4. This is a simple matter. Q equals to AB. So we know the formula of Chase's C under root RS. Then put in these equations. We have paired slope, we have area, we have Chase's constant, we have R. So we get Q equals to 80 meter cube per second. Clear? So this is a method of design of non-alluvial channel. Clear? In the next lecture, we will discuss alluvial channel. Then after rigid channel. Clear? Thank you. Thank you for attention.